There will be thousands of motocross fans heading to the circuit of Lommel the 22nd and 23rd of July, and the best motocross riders in the world come together for the always exciting Grand Prix of Belgium. What a history this circuit and country has, and without question, Belgium is a very proud motocross nation. Names like Joel Robert, Roger de Coster, Harry Everts, George Joby, Arie Gabors, Joel Smith and Stefan Everts are the magnificent seven. 7 riders with a total of 40 motocross world championships. Staggering statistics from 7 legends. Of course, Arie Gabors, who brought Lommel back to the GP calendar, passed away a couple years ago, and not seeing Eric at this event will always be sad for everyone involved. A tribute to the rider known as the Kid will be done every year. But there is new generation of Belgian talent on the list now. Names like Jago Geerts, Liam Evers and sensational brothers Sasha and Lucas Kunin. Lommel also has a pretty impressive history, good and bad. It was the place Team USA started their domination of the sport, when Johnny O'Mara, Chuck's son, Danny Laporte and Donnie Hansen won the Trophée des Nations in 1981, the first such victory by an American team. The riders in red, white and blue shocked the motocross world on that sunny day in Belgium, and Harry Everts remembers it well. We never expected it. Harry Everts, a member of the beaten Belgian team, said, "In practice we thought we couldn't run that pace for the races on Sunday, but they did. They were on another level to us that day." Lommel was also the place the American domination ended when Team Germany won the MX of Nations in 2012 and showed that the European riders had closed the gap to American speed. Since the Belgian Grand Prix has returned to Lommel, after Namur had dominated the Belgium GP schedule for many years, we have seen stunning victories by Gerd Christinov, Jonathan Bergen, Ken de Dijker, Marvin Muscan, Antonio Cairoli, Ken Roxon and Jeffrey Herlings. Of course, in 2012 Lommel held the MX of Nations and didn't run a Grand Prix. And for a few years the Grand Prix of Belgium had headed down to Bastogne for the GP. Everyone was excited to see the deep stand of Lommel back on the schedule, and a massive crowd is always expected. For most riders, this is a home Grand Prix, as a large section of the MXGP and MX2 riders have lived close to the Belgian facility and use Lommel as their regular practice track. This race is a must-watch all over the world, because deep stand of Lommel perfectly displays rider skills and technique. When the track gets rough, and in Lommel it happens pretty quickly, you can see people using bumps as jumps and doubling or even tripling their way around the track. Perfect example is riders of Jeffrey Herlings, Jago Geerts, Kai de Wolf. Herling sees sand track in different eyes than anyone else though. Here is some footage of crazy moments at MXGP of Belgium. In 2023, Belgian GP is being held at 22nd and 23rd of July. It will be 13th of 19 rounds in World Motocross Championship. MX2 class is being led by Andrea Adamo, with 35-point gap over Kai de Wolf in second place. Jago Geerts started first few rounds very good, winning 3 out of 6 overalls, 2 of them by going 1-1. Entering round 7 in France, Villars-Suzicot track, he was leading championship by 48 points over Andrea Adamo. In qualifying race on the opening lap, he went down hard on a very rough downhill and broke his wrist. He missed French GP and following GP in Latvia. Coming back to MXGP of Germany just 3 weeks after breaking his wrist wasn't the best, but he finished 9th overall, scoring 22 very important championship points. After that, it looked like Gears got back in the shape, finishing 3rd overall in the next race in Indonesia and went 1-1 the next week at another Indonesian GP. Last weekend he won MXGP of Czech Republic with 1-3 moto scores. After missing 2 rounds and not the best German GP, Jakob Geers was 64 points down on championship leader. But good last couple of races allowed him to close the gap to 40 points, and with 7 rounds to go it keeps his championship hopes alive. It is his last chance to win MX2 World Motocross Championship, because he will be too old for this class next year. Because in MXGP Championship, you can only ride MX2 class, which is 250 motorcycles, until you are 23 years old. MXGP class is being dominated by Jorge Prado, who is leading the championship by 104 points over Roman Fabre in 2nd and 149 points over 3rd place holder Jeremy Seaver. And being dominated doesn't necessarily mean winning every race, because he only has 2 overall wins this season so far. With 9 race wins out of 24, Prado's worst overall finish was 4th in MXGP of Spain. Amazing consistency, which could lead to being crowned world champion in 2023. This year, MXGP introduced new point scoring system to qualifying races, which are run on Saturday. Qualifying race is just as normal race, only difference is 20 minutes long instead of 30 minutes on the race day. Top 10 qualifying riders from both classes MXGP and MX2 scores points as follows. The rider who wins the qualifying race will receive 10 points, the second will receive 9 points, and so on, in a sliding scale down to 1 point for the 10th position. Points gained during the qualifying race will count for the MXGP and MX2 Championship standings, as well as manufacturers, but they will not be considered for the GP overall results. The Grand Prix overall results will still only count the points coming from the combination of the 2 main races. With that being said, Jorge Prado has won 8 out of 12 qualifying races this season. If you want to watch it this weekend, you can do so on MXGP2E.com. With all that being said, I really recommend for all riders and motocross fans across the world to watch this race every year. And if you are watching this video before 22nd of July, you have a chance to do it this weekend.